So the next one is prayer. And so prayer is a little bit slanted, and I tell you that up front. But do you use prayer for what you're proud of, what you're grateful for, what you desire, and what you love about yourself?
Okay, can you ask the question again?
Sure. Do you use prayer? Well, what I have written, and it doesn't always make sense, and I'll just read it the way it's written. Do you
Sure.
use the proud, grateful, desire, love about yourself prayer?
I do not.
And so what it is an opportunity to to say what you're proud of.
Mm,
One thing about yourself, what you're proud of. One thing about yourself that you're grateful for. One thing you desire. One thing that you love about yourself.
okay.
And
All
so
right. Yeah.
and that's you don't have to do anything with it, and it's just a question, you know.
Yeah. Hmm.
And then in a backhanded way, it's also asking, do you pray? And what does prayer mean to you?
Sure.
So
Well,
I'll give you a blank slate. What do you want to,
sure.
wherever you want to go?
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, first I'll say I will answer that question. I do use prayer.
Hmm.
Um, Not for myself, typically. I have prayed. I have
Hmm.
prayed. I prayed about my kidney,
Yep.
prayed to receive a kidney. I prayed about my brother's health.
Hmm.
I prayed about my family's health and friends.
Hmm.
And while I may not be always conscious of it,
Yeah.
you know, I am thankful and grateful for every day that my son comes home. For as much as I would just, dream about the day when he says, "Okay, I moved out," and on his own, I'm grateful and thankful every day that he comes home
Yeah.
unscathed and no phone calls from anybody saying, "Did you hear about, did you hear about this?"
Yeah.
And it has to be, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Shahbaz. Is there anything else?
I think I want to just say thank you for this opportunity, and I'm again
Oh, I
really
meant about the
grateful.
question.
Oh, about the question. Oh, sure, sure. About the question. So when you brought up one thing that I am proud of,
Hmm.
um, probably the one thing I'm most proud of is that I don't give up.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah. Um, Something I'm grateful for myself is that I am eternally optimistic.
Yep.
Sometimes that messes me up good, and on the most on the whole, it's really exciting. And then you said one thing that I am
Desire.
thankful desire. Oh yeah. Ooh, one thing I desire is to have a clear like path
Mm.
in my business ventures. And a clear path doesn't mean that I have my retirement planned out. I don't want to go that far.
Yeah.
That's I don't know. That's a little, I think that's a little silly, given how many times the economic system has gone into a disaster state since I've been in the workforce since 1996. It's been more than once. So I have no, like, that's not what I mean when I say clear pathway. I mean to say, look forward to a clear pathway for the next 12 to 16 months. You know, that I can say without a doubt, X, Y, and Z are happening. And I know that that we are successful.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's one, that's something I desire.
Yep.
Yeah. And then what was the last one?
One thing you love about yourself.
Oof. I was given the gift of conversation. And I won't say that I was necessarily given the gift of gab, because I don't always find myself being the person who talks. I do, however, have very few conversations with people that don't lead to a deeper context. So I'm like, I love that I have the gift of conversation, because not everybody has that. So, and further to the point with that specific piece is, I don't talk about the weather with my friends. You know, I don't ask, what's the weather like in your neighborhood? Not because I'm not interested in the weather. If it comes up naturally. It doesn't
Yeah.
come up as a question that I ask to further the conversation.
I get that.
Yeah. And I have a real hard time, and I love this inside of that context. I have a really hard time saying, oh, well, how's it going? What are you doing
Okay.
today? And not meaning it. Like, oh, wow. So today you did X, Y, and Z. That's really cool. I could see how that will have an impact on A, B, and C. Or, okay, so you did X, Y, and Z. What kind of, like, what was the impetus for that? What did you find out about that? Was it fun? Was it exciting?
Hmm.
Where to next? Because I'm genuinely interested, as opposed to focused on being interesting.